Hi, I'm just here for a checkup because I've been coughing a fair bit more and there's some stuff that comes out when I'm coughing and I'm just having a hard time breathing.
Okay. You say some stuff. What exactly do you mean by that?
It's an issue. It's happened before. It's thick and it's liquid and there's a lot of it.
Okay. Well, you know if you didn't smoke, this wouldn't be happening to you, right?
I know, and I've been told that before, but it's really hard to quit and this is the only thing that helps me with the stress in my life.
Okay. I think from what you're telling me, we should do a physical checkup and a bit of a history, so I know exactly what I'm working with here. I see you brought a little one with you, and she's gonna have to leave while I perform the assessment. So what's your name, little girl? Alrighty then, Kay. I'm gonna have to do a couple things to your mother, so step on outside into the hall.
Why? I'd prefer to have her in the room, and I'd also like a female nurse.
Oh, I'm the only one available, so you'll have to put up with me for the assessment, but I guess it would be okay if the child stayed. Alright, so after the physical assessment, I found some pretty concerning stuff, and it's called sputum. It generally has a color to it. What would you say yours is?
It's usually yellowish in color and it has a green tinge to it. I think it's the apartment has something to do with it. The place is really quite old and it has a strange smell to it. I think there might be mold. Also, 2 of my children have asthma and it's been acting up recently.
Okay, well, a simple way of fixing that would be just to move out of the building if you think that's what's causing the problem.
I have 3 kids and not a lot of money. I work at Tim Hortons, so I don't get paid much. And I don't think moving's an option.
Oh, wow. That's unlucky. What about your husband?
I'm a single mom. My husband left me with the kids, and I find it very difficult to pay for everything I own.
Well, he sounds like a great guy. You should have become a nurse or went back to school or something.
Well, in order to find a better paying job, I'd need my grade 12 education, and so without that, I don't really have much options.
That's really unlucky again. I don't know what to say. Do you have any friends or family you can stay with, or...?
No, I don't. Ever since I've moved here, I've been so busy with the children that I haven't had time to meet new people or make friends except for a few people at work.
Oh, that's too bad. Have you been keeping up with your blood sugar monitoring? I remember the last time you were discovered as a type 2 diabetic with a BMI of 32.
No, I haven't because I can't afford the food or the insulin. Tim Hortons doesn't really have good healthcare coverage, and what I do get, I try to put towards the children.
Well, in my opinion, you've got to make sure you're healthy before you try to take care of anyone else. If you can't be healthy yourself, how do you expect others around you to be so? And it sounds like your kid may be a bit of a burden for you. Have you ever thought of that?
No, I've never really thought about it like that, and I'm not sure I agree with you either. Your outlook on my life is really skewed, and it's offensive, and I think that you should think about some of the things you're saying before you say them. I have a lot of issues in my life that greatly impact one another, and I don't really think you're understanding my situation.
Oh, I gotta answer that. It's one of my boys, I think, yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I forgot we were doing that tonight. Pork chops and beer? Nothing better, you're right. So, what time were we meeting again? 7? Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see all the fellas again. Should be great. See you later. Alright, sorry about that. I think we can wrap this up here. I honestly learned a lot about you, and I know of a few resources that I can hook you up with that'll surely help you out. Here are a couple pamphlets on diabetes management that I found, and I'll throw in a couple on COPD as well. Just for good measure. Let's try and get you some antibiotics for the sputum in your lungs, and also we should probably have another checkup in the future at some point, so feel free to call the office and arrange that one.
Okay, thanks for trying to help me out. Bye.
Good afternoon, Miss Hakeem. I hope you are doing well. My name is Zach, and I'm a nurse here at the clinic. I was wondering if it would be okay if I was your nurse for the visit, or if you'd be more comfortable with someone else.
Yeah, I'd actually prefer a female nurse if there is one available.
Oh, not a problem, Miss Hakeem. I'm just going to go step outside and find the head nurse, and she will send someone in shortly. I hope you have a good visit.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, Letitia. Would you happen to know if there's a female nurse available right now? I have a patient in room 242 who would be more comfortable with a female nurse taking a look at her today. Her name is Anna Hakeem, and here's her chart.
Okay, yeah, I believe Brianna's available. I just walked past the nurse's station. She didn't seem too busy, so I'll go get her to go visit the patient.
Alright.
Hey Brianna, we have a patient down in room 242 that Zach was just with, and she mentioned that she wanted a female nurse, so would you be able to go down and look after her today?
Yeah, that's no problem. I can be right down.
Okay, she's in room 242. Her name's Anna Hakeem. If you need any assistance, just let me know, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Hi, Miss Akeem. My name's Brianna. I'll be your nurse today. I see you brought someone with you. Who's this?
This is Cameron. She's one of my 3 children.
Oh, very nice to meet you, Karen. So, Miss Akeem, what brought you into the clinic today?
Oh, Brianna, I'm so happy that you're my nurse. I came in today because I've been noticing that I've been coughing a fair bit more, and some stuff has been coming up when I've been coughing. I'm also having an issue with breathing, and it's mostly around the same time as my coughing.
Okay. So, I'm going to take a brief history just to update our notes. Would you prefer that Karen was present in the room, or I could take her down to the care center? We have just a few rows down.
No, I don't mind Cameron staying in the room.
Okay, then we can start. Are you still smoking?
Yeah, I do still smoke. I wish I could quit sometimes, but I find that smoking is just such a great stress reliever. I don't think I'd be able to quit.
Well, Miss Akeem, do you want to quit? Because if so, we do have the resources here to aid you in quitting, if you think that will help. We have free group counseling, helplines, and a number of different medical aids if you're interested.
I think it'd be worth a try.
I certainly think that would be beneficial to your health, especially since I notice here that you have COPD. This could definitely be contributing to your cough and mucus. I will provide you with all the necessary information before you leave the clinic today. It will also be a great opportunity to get you socializing with the potential of meeting new people. Okay, Miss Akeem, I've collected all the pertinent information and I've come up with the conclusion that COPD is our main concern today. Although I know you're struggling with type 2 diabetes, it just so happens that our respiratory therapy specialist is in the clinic today, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind stopping by to take a listen to your lungs and educate you.
Okay, that sounds great. I would love to meet her, and I blame the COPD and cough and mucus on my apartment building. I think there might be mold.
That definitely could contribute to your COPD. Have you spoke with the landlord or considered relocating?
I have spoke to the landlord, and he said someone would look into it, but I don't think he's actually done anything about it. And besides, I would prefer to move. It's just too small of an area for my children, but I don't have the money. Working at Tim Hortons and being a single mom just isn't going to cut it with 3 children.
I can imagine that being very difficult for you and the children, but we do have services here to help with the clinic in situations like this. I can refer to you to our social worker if you think that's a good option for you. Her name's Laura McCarthy, and she's very helpful.
Thank you, but I don't really think I'm ready to see a social worker just yet.
Okay, I respect your decision, but just remember that the option's always available if you need it. Just come and see us. Do you have any other concerns that I should know about before I go find the doctor?
No, I think I'm ready to see her.
Okay. Excuse me, Megan. I have a patient here at the clinic who I've just done a brief history on and come to the conclusion that COPD is our main concern for her. Since you are here today and specialize in this area, I think it would be ideal if you check up on her. Would you mind stopping in room 242? Her name's Anna Hakeem, and she's willing to have you assess her.
Certainly, Brianna. I'll head right down. Hi, Mrs. Hakeem. I'm Dr. Megan Buss, and the respiratory specialist here at the clinic. Hi. So I hear you have COPD. All right. So do you mind if I just take a quick listen to your lung sounds? I'm just going to be placing my stethoscope down on your lungs. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
All right. So let's begin. Okay. Thank you, Anna. It certainly helps me. That sounds as though you have quite a bit of mucus trapped in your lungs, but no need to worry. We're going to try to get that cleared up as soon as possible. So your chart says that you think that the flare-ups may be related to the mold in your apartment. Is this true?
Yes, I'm blaming the coughing spells on the apartment. It's in the basement, and I can see that there's some mold forming along the baseboards. And I'm not sure if it's the cause, but besides my smoking, it's the only thing I can think of.
Well, mold is certainly a common irritant that causes COPD exacerbations. So if you believe that there's mold in your living environment, that could certainly be a cause of the flare-ups. Do they seem to occur more often when you're in your apartment?
Yes, I always seem to be coughing more when I'm in the house. And 2 of my kids have asthma, and so I know it's not good for them either.
You're right. It certainly isn't good for them, but I'd be more than happy to assess them the next time that I'm in the clinic.
Okay, that would be great.
I'm glad to see that Brianna has left you with some smoking cessation resources. I think that would certainly be a major step in helping your COPD. And if you ever need additional resources, I'm going to leave my business card here with you, and you can contact me whenever you need help.
I really appreciate all of your support, and I'm hoping that it works.
Now, as for your current COPD medications, I have a list here. Are you taking all these as recommended?
No, actually, I haven't been able to afford them. I work at Tim Hortons, and I can't afford to purchase all of the COPD and diabetes medications along with the kids' asthma medications. It's hard, and I usually make sure the kids get their medications, and whatever's left over I use on myself, and believe me, there's not much left over.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I can imagine that would certainly be very difficult, but just remember that your health is extremely important. I highly recommend that you meet with our social worker, Laura, here at the clinic. She's here for people in situations like yours. I think that she could certainly help set you and your children off in a better direction and improving your health.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should meet with her.
Okay, great. I'm going to let her know, and she will set you up an appointment to see her. It was a pleasure meeting with you today.
Okay, so today I assessed Anna Hakeem. She's a 43-year-old single mother of 3 children who are the ages of 5, 9, and 11. In her chart, it was found that she practices the Muslim religion. She described to me her living conditions, which she believes to be affecting her COPD and her children's asthma. Anna wants the best for her children, but she finds it hard sometimes, as her full-time job at Tim Hortons isn't enough income to support her family. Anna disclosed to me that she has poor social and family support, causing her much distress. As an interprofessional collaborative team, what can we do to help Anna?
So today I assessed Anna, and her COPD exacerbation was the main concern for her visit with me today, and I would like to provide her with some education on her medication because she's told me that she hasn't been compliant with her medication and she can't afford it. So this being said, I think that our main focus for her health right now would be scheduling her in to see Laura, our social worker, so they can discuss further options for her financial situation. And I'd also like her to see Letitia, the pharmacist, to educate her on her medications, and hopefully this would be a good start.
Yes, I agree. But she also has type 2 diabetes, which is probably related to her unhealthy lifestyle. I realize that she can't afford a well-balanced diet, so I will show her options and recipes that are inexpensive. Hopefully she will be willing to speak with me to discuss healthier diet options for her and her children.
I would love to help her out by setting her up with social assistance so she would be able to afford a healthier diet.
I believe social assistance would be perfect for Anna. I'd be happy to speak with her about her medications, and through this financial assistance, she will receive coverage for minimal payment and sometimes even get it for free if she qualifies. I would also be happy to do a teaching session with Anna so she can be well educated on how to administer puffers to both herself and her children. I think she could also use a refresher on the importance of taking all her prescriptions at the correct dosages and times.
That's a great idea. I would also like to make a home visit to see her living conditions. This way, I can report back to us all with my findings, and we can further discuss her living arrangements.
Yeah, that way we can determine if there's her living conditions that are contributing to her COPD, and if not, we will have to look further into her issue.
I would also like to note that her diet not only has an influence on her type 2 diabetes, but also a great impact on her COPD. I will focus on teaching Anna the importance of eating a diet high in protein, which will help her body increase the amount of antibodies to help fight the infection she's more susceptible to. I will also emphasize the importance of increasing her fluid intake so she can have better clearance of her secretions.
Good point. So a final concern that I have for Anna is her risk for depression and other mental health illnesses. I'd like to offer her our therapy services so she can learn to build healthy relationships. As I noticed in her chart, it mentioned that she had an abusive previous relationship, and I can imagine being a single mom, that would be very difficult with her financial issues. So Laura, would you mind mentioning our therapy services to Anna when you're speaking to her?
I can certainly do that.
Yes, it would be good to set that up right away. I think that we have covered enough today. We'll meet back again to discuss Anna, hopefully within the next week or two. By then, I hope to have some of these services in place for her.
Hello, Miss Hakeem.
Hi.
I'm the social worker here at the clinic today. I have received your chart and spoke with a couple of the healthcare professionals that's seen you earlier, and we have determined a couple key things that we'd like to try and implement for you.
Okay.
So we would like to do a home visit to your apartment, as we understand that the living conditions aren't really the best, and we are interested to see if this could be a contributing factor to your COPD and the asthma your children have. So is it okay if we could set up a home visit?
Yeah, that would be okay with me. I think the apartment is a huge concern for our health.
Alright. Okay, I would like to also set you up with some social assistance for you, as I know you're supporting the children alone and your job does not provide you with any benefits. The social assistance can provide you with extra money so you can hopefully afford a healthier diet, and for you and your children, and it can also provide you with medical coverage to ensure all your family's prescriptions are covered. So would you be interested in further looking into that?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Thanks.
Okay, great. I think both you and your children would definitely benefit from that. One final note. The COP doctor that you seen earlier was concerned about your mental health, and she would like me to speak with you regarding our therapy services here. We have a therapist that comes in throughout the week here at the clinic, and she can speak with you for no cost if you and your children would like that. Do you think that would be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I'd like to speak with her during my next visit.
Okay, so I think that's all I need to cover for today. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I think I'm fine. Thanks for all your help.
No problem. I hope to see you back here soon. I will contact you regarding the social assistance plan and your appointment with the therapist as soon as I get back with all the information.
Thanks.
Hi, Miss Hakeem. My name's Letitia and I'm the pharmacist, and I'm just going to teach you how to use your puffers today, okay? And I also have this pamphlet here.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Hakeem. I'm Mackenzie, the nutritionist. I'm here to discuss some options for diets for your COPD and type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Akeem. Nice to see you again. I'm here to give you the smoking cessation pamphlets I promised. Also, we can set up an appointment with the therapist and an asthma appointment for your children on the way out.
Yeah, that would be great.